Alright everyone, this is Charles again, and I'm going to try and transform Mr. Masterpiece Grimlock here on camera. So, bear with me, this will be like the second or third time I've done it. So, we'll transform from robot into, or dinosaur into robot. Yeah. So, first thing you want to do, make sure his dinosaur arms are pulled up out of the way. And then you want to come up here to his upper chest, which of course you can tell, obviously, splits. So, go ahead and do that. You want to exercise a bit of care when you do it, for obvious reasons. And see if you can get his... Watch out for his legs here. His dinosaur legs, rather. This will open like that. And you just want to take his dinosaur head and rotate it up out of the way. It folds all the way back. And there's his head. Me, Grimlock, look good on camera. Alright. Now it comes to the really complicated part of me, which is his tail. Basically, you want to try and do like this. You want to split the tail. It wasn't really secured well to begin with, but that's because I just transformed it. Split it apart down the middle, like this. And there are pegs here, here, and another one up here, and holes, naturally enough, which those pegs fit into. There's two, and you can't really tell because there's the legs in the way, but there's the third one right there. So, okay, so you got him looking down like this, basically. Looking full face of a robot crotch. Paul would be proud. Okay, let's look at his tail first. His tail, the tip of it falls in like this. Folds in, rather. It falls in. Let's do that on both sides. Gonna get that out of the way. Then you want to separate this part from the upper thigh where it covers. So it's just like the G1. And it rotates down and around. Then you want to take the tail, which separates like this, and fold it back. And this is where I think a lot of people could potentially break. This thing is springy. So very carefully rotate it back. Like that. So you have something like that right there. And then just rotate this part right down here, which anchors on his back in dinosaur form. Just rotate it up, and huzzah! His foot is now locks into place and is now complete. We'll do the same thing on this side. Again, very carefully. Flip that back, rotate into position. And you can tell there's a tab here, and there's a little notch right here on the back of his leg, so you can just flip it into place, like that. And just rotate this up, and it'll secure in place like that. And again, take the bottom part right here, just rotate that up, like that. Okay? Now, those are his feet. And his feet are just being jackasses right now because they don't want to bend. Right there. Pretty good. Alright, now, up here at the top. This can be a little different. The first one is spreading them out like this. Oh, you can't really see that. His legs were like this, basically. And you just want to jam them up like that, and then spread them out like that. So he's essentially doing this. He's got the flying V going there for you, demonstrating how flexible he is. And you want to rotate his legs down so they form a 90 degrees. So hey, he can stand kind of like this. And you can tell he's already almost done. And he's a real bugger to get on to get on camera. Bugger, that's a British word. I learned that from David, so blame him. And Simon too, while you're at it. Dionysus, Silverbolt, and David being Kyle Prime, of course. Make sure you blame both of them. And blame Andy too, because you know we don't want Andy feeling left out. Cobra Commander TFW, for those of you who are wondering. Yeah, and now he doesn't want to lean right. Okay. Now, this is the next part's going to be kind of tricky. He has his waist is like this. So basically you just want to compress it down, and when you do so correctly, which I'm trying to do it standing down. I know you can do it standing up. That's how I did it. It's the kind of anyways, when you force it down, you can't really tell, but right there his shield logo shows up. So sorry about not being able to show that. Well, maybe I can do it. Yeah, kind of like that, and then force it down. Anyways, yeah, that's not going to show up too well, but oh well. And next part of the transformation works a little bit better. Come to where his arms are and just rotate those down, his dinosaur legs rather. Which can, of course, can be his arms. Rotate them down. Like this. And get the other one down. Get the legs back. Okay, now here's the twist. Come right here. Flip open this panel. Flip out a hand. And close the panel back. And then like that. Now do the same thing on this side. From here. Pull the panel out. Flip that down. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is fist lights up in case you haven't guessed. I'll explain that in a minute. And yep, he's pretty much it. I'm going to try and clean him up a little bit. So bear with me. Yeah. Now, points of complaint, points of interest. Articulation-wise, the inside of his shoulders, you may not be able to tell. He can rotate his shoulders to a degree, but because of the back wings here, not very far. He has good leg movement, but again, you want to be careful of the tail snapping off, because as you can probably notice by now, it tends to flip out fairly easily. And this part here, of course. Also his hips aren't well designed, I don't think. Okay, now as far as metal that's on him, and I guess people are kind of concerned. Okay, I cleaned him up a little bit, and let's look at the metal content. Claws here, metal. The crotch, I think, is metal. I guess his interior body's metal. Not a lot of metal on him. Mostly plastic, because metal doesn't really support its own weight too well. Here is the Masterpiece Convoy 20th Anniversary Prime, just so I can show him off again, because he's an attention whore. Yeah, he's kind of leaning, in case you haven't noticed. Part of that, of course, is how I have him, but part of it's also because he's just got a shit ton of metal in him. And as anyone who owns one of these will tell you, the metal itself is just, it leans. I mean, there's metal and plastic, and it's not a really great combination for an action figure, I think. Figuratively, the sheer amount of metal this guy has. You dropped your gun. Okay. Good job, Prime. Let's get you out of here. Now, let's look at Grimlock here, since he's the star of our show. There's his little chest symbol. Hands, as I said, fold in from the panels, and I have